Good evening and welcome to Property Home Building News and Analysis brought to you by PE Live. PE Live is sponsored by Rehoboth Properties, Mayfair Estate, Gold Key Properties and Adom City Estate. Now coming up in the headlines, the Ghana Institution of Engineering calls for the digitization of public procurement process in the country's construction industry. Tenants Union of Ghana threaten to hit the streets over challenges in the housing sector. And in international news, home building activities has shifted to low density, low cost markets since the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic. Now the news in details. Digitizing procurement process in construction would increase transparency. The Ghana Institution of Engineering GHIE President Professor Charles Anum Adams has called for digitization of the public procurement processes in the country's construction, infrastructure and engineering sectors to increase transparency. Professor Adams said this when delivering a welcome address at the Business Ethics Program organized by the GIZ in Accra. He acknowledged the German government through its Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development, BMZ, and the European Union for funding this initiative. In her address, Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Enterprise Agency and Chair of the Alliance for Integrity Ghana, Mrs. Kosi Yankee Aye, noted that corruption can hold a country back as it affects employment generation and infrastructure development and increases poverty. Giving a statement and overview of the GHIE Ethics Program, Engineer Ludwig Annan Hesse, Chair of the GHIE Professional Practice and Ethics Committee, said the institution ensures that engineering practitioners in the engineering industry maintain professional standards and adhere to regulations, guidelines, and codes of ethics for engineering practice by conforming to internationally established technical, environmental, and safety standards. He said the partnership with Alliance for Integrity and GIZ to launch the Scenario-Based Learning Tool SBL for members is a step in the right direction. Tenants Union of Ghana threatened to hit the streets over challenges in the housing sector. The Tenants Union of Ghana has threatened to demonstrate over the government's failure to decisively resolve the housing crisis. According to the Secretary General of the Union, Mr. Frederick Opoku, successive governments have paid lip service to reducing the huge deficit in the housing sector. He made these comments on an Accra-based radio station. Mr. Opoku claimed that about 80 million Ghanaians are struggling to afford increasing rent charges, adding that the NPP government in its 2020 manifesto promised to establish the National Housing and Mortgage Finance Scheme to address both the housing supply and demand side financing challenges. He said by the close of this year, the association would hit the streets as they are convinced that the government is taking Ghanaians for a ride. The association also called on the sector minister to step up his government. GREPA introduces global certification courses. The Ghanaian Real Estate Professionals Association has introduced a series of global certification training courses in the real estate industry. While efforts are being made by the government and relevant stakeholders to sanitize and formalize the built environment, the professional body GREPA has relentlessly sought to build and equip the capacity of its members and the industry. During a conference last year, renowned speakers and instructors were flown from the United States to teach the Certified International Property Specialist, CIPS, which was highly subscribed. In all, 32 Ghanaian real estate professionals graduated with the CIPS designation. In 2022, GREPA is hosting the Institute of Real Estate Management, IREM, a globally accredited institution from the United States, to teach the highly recognized and internationally approved IREM Certified Property Manager course. The Certified Property Manager IREM CPM is a premier property management certification worldwide. We'll go for a short commercial break. Please stay with us. Welcome back from the break. We are sponsored by Rehoboth Properties, Mayfair Estates, Gold Key Properties, and Adum City Estates. Now in international news, home building activities has shifted to low-density, low-cost markets since the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic, according to the latest Home Building Geography Index, HBGI. According to NAHB analysis, the market share for single-family construction in large metro and inner suburbs has declined from 44.5% in the fourth quarter of 2019 to 41.6% in the second quarter of 2022. Housing demand has shifted from these higher density core areas to low density markets where homes are larger and more affordable. At the beginning of the pandemic, home buyers desired more personal space from their work from home and remote learning models. Declines in housing affordability in high-cost and highly regulated markets also drove home buyers to low-density outer markets, which have a larger share of affordable homes. Meanwhile, the market shares of the new single-family constructions in rural areas increased from 9.4% to 10.4%. Thank you for staying with us. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. You can also reach us at www.propertyexpress.org. Thank you and have a good evening.